Bravo. It's not Love and Hip Hop. Bravo, not Love and Hip Hop. Bravo has been trying to get Hollywood to come on a reality show as a full-time cast member. Hollywood is Shannon's ex-stylist that he took to football game.
If you don't want people to know your business, then you just don't speak on it. Now, you're not going to make me look like a damn fool. I don't care who you are. I don't care how big of a star you are. You're not about to make me look like a fool.
I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this is right.
Shannon Sharpe has never been shy when it comes to bold opinions and eye-catching fashion. That man knows how to make a statement. But now, it's not his hot takes or designer drip catching attention. It's his private life that's lighting up the blogs. From Courtside, hangs with a rumored ex, to unexpected IG Live slip-ups and a major personal loss, things are getting messy. And just when it couldn't get any wilder, his ex-stylist, yep, the same one fans have whispered about for months, is coming out the woodwork with cryptic messages and receipts that could flip Shannon's image upside down. And here's the bombshell. This stylist claims Shannon tried to blacklist him to keep his alleged bedroom business from spilling into the streets. He's hinting that Shannon pulled strings to shut him down before the world caught wind of what really went down behind closed doors. Is Shannon hiding more than just fashion secrets? Let's rewind a bit. Shannon started trending when he was spotted courtside, not once, but multiple times, with Russell Hollywood Simpson, an openly gay stylist known in elite circles. And here's where things get interesting. Hollywood used to be linked to NFL safety Kerry Rhodes. That connection alone had people doing double takes. The two weren't just sharing seats at Lakers games. Hollywood was showing up on red carpets with Shannon, fitting him in designer looks and showing off that celeb stylist magic. They looked tight, almost inseparable. Naturally, the internet started buzzing with questions. Was there more than just style going on? And let's be real, Shannon didn't like that one bit. People were questioning his sexuality, and while he's never addressed the rumors directly, talk has been swirling for years about whether he's been keeping things quiet for a reason.
When the streets are talking, where there's smoke, there's fire. Definitely think Shannon Sharpe. And it's just like, I've been around a lot of heterosexual men, and comfortable heterosexual men don't need to always defend their heterosexualness. Shannon Sharpe is always upset when somebody's saying that he's gay.
That's the claim that stirred everything up, and even comedian Mike Epps jumped into the drama. Word is, Shannon allegedly invited Mike for a sit-down on Club Shay Shay, but Mike turned it down and made a slick comment about Shannon living a secret life.
Medea, I ain't doing no interview. So you can sit across from me and look at my balls. I'm sitting down, nigga. Thought he was gonna attack Cat. That nigga shit is called Shay Shay.
And that blew up real quick. Now look, this ain't the first time folks have whispered about a celebrity living on the down low. That type of gossip circles Hollywood like a hawk. But when it comes to Shannon, he doesn't just brush it off, he snaps back hard every single time. And this latest situation, he wasn't having it at all. During a heated episode of his Nightcap podcast with Chad Ochocinco Johnson, Shannon went off. He directly called out Mike Epps, or PPS as he referred to him, and dropped a fiery warning, mention my name again and I'm gonna put the DMs out, and I don't like doing this, but you're lying. Shannon didn't stop there, he added. I don't care about all that other stuff. You can say I'm gay, I don't care about that, cause I won't chase a lie, but I won't let you lie on my name. Say my name again and I'ma release the DMs because you lying. Then he really amped things up saying, you said I reached out to you to come on Club Shay Shay and you a straight up liar. Now when I see you, I'm gonna see if you really about that. Let's see if you still got the same energy in person. Whoo! Shannon sounded like he was heated for real. Not just because of the rumors, but because he felt like Mike was throwing shade out of jealousy, especially after Cat Williams stirred the pot with his own explosive interview. This wasn't about jokes anymore. Shannon wanted respect on and off the mic. But fans weren't buying the tough guy act. They could see right through it. All that extra energy Shannon was putting out felt like he was trying way too hard to keep a certain image. So when the whispers about his connection to Hollywood started picking up, his next move made the drama 10 times messier. What did he do? He cut Hollywood off cold. But instead of handling it with class, Shannon reportedly tried to erase the man from his fashion history. He fired Russell Hollywood Simpson and then told everybody that Hollywood had nothing to do with his iconic looks. Like, really? Shannon didn't stop there. He went back and rehired his old stylist, Shelly Davis, and gave her all the credit, saying she was the genius behind his outfits the whole time. Just like that, fans saw exactly what was going on. Shannon wasn't just cleaning house, he was trying to bury the gossip and distance himself from anything that could fuel more questions about his personal life. He wasn't about to stay silent. He wasn't just hurt, he was ready for war. Shannon may have thought that firing him would make the rumors disappear, but Russell flipped the script. He went on a mission to prove the truth, and he came with receipts. He dropped behind-the-scenes clips showing himself styling Shannon, fitting him, directing looks, all of it. Pure proof.
It's in this box. I'm not going to open it until Hollywood gets here. But whatever it is in this box, I already know he going to make me look fly in it. I got the best stylist in the world. Not the United States, the entire world. Of 8 billion people, I got number one. And can't nobody stop us. Shay Sharpe and Hollywood, a dynamic duo that can't be stopped. Run tell that.
Then he posted a video on Instagram with a shady caption. Let's be clear, you straight killing.
But dog, this dude right here be killing the game. I be watching. Y'all be killing the game, Hollywood.
And that got everybody talking. It's like, who praises their ex-stylist like that? Unless there was more to the story. Especially after Shannon had gushed about Hollywood in the past, both in private convos and on public platforms. Suddenly, he wanted everyone to forget that ever happened. It was obvious. Shannon was trying to rewrite history just to protect his straight image. And just when you thought it couldn't go further, he took things up a notch. Shannon Sharpe pulled off one of the wildest slip-ups the internet's ever seen, or was it a setup? On September 11th, 2024, the ESPN analyst accidentally live-streamed audio of an intimate moment straight to his IG followers. Yeah, intimate as in not safe for the timeline. People were stunned, and let's be real, the timing raised some serious eyebrows. After weeks of people whispering about his sexuality, this little mistake suddenly became a headline-grabbing event. Some folks even gave him props like, wow, that's one bold way to shut the rumors down. And guess what? Shannon didn't waste any time spinning the situation. First, he hit Twitter with a typical excuse. Beware, my Instagram was hacked this morning. My team and I are working vigorously to figure this out. But that didn't last long. Next thing you know, he's back on his Nightcap podcast spilling all the details. And this time the story changed. I threw my phone on the bed, engaged in an activity. I did not know IG Live. I've never turned it on, so I don't know how it works, Shannon claimed, sounding both embarrassed and panicked. He went on to say, my other phone started going off and my heart sank. I called my agent, I called the agency, I called ESPN, and I thought, just tell them the truth. My phone wasn't hacked. It wasn't a prank. It was me being a healthy, active male. Shannon made it clear he was mortified, especially since he's always kept his private life under wraps. To have one of your most intimate details, the audio, heard around the world, I'm embarrassed for a number of reasons. But even with the confession, fans weren't so quick to believe the story. Some started saying it felt too convenient, like maybe, just maybe, Shannon staged the whole thing to silence the rumors and prove he was playing for the ladies. Come on now, like who accidentally goes live on IG like that? Fans weren't buying it, especially since based on what they heard in that audio, it wasn't exactly the steamy scene Shannon might have hoped people imagined. And guess what? Russell wasn't about to let him slide with that story. Hollywood started sending major shots, low-key at first, but they hit hard. He posted a cryptic IG story that read, I love my private life. You may see a little bit, but you won't see much. I'll tell you that. And the hardest thing I ever had to do is shut TF up. Who? That alone had people double-taking Shannon's whole explanation. But Hollywood didn't keep it subtle for long. Nah, he was just warming up. He came straight for Shannon with a direct post that burned his whole accidental live stream excuse to the ground. He wrote, accidentally going live when you have to open the app, swipe right, then swipe left twice and hit the button is absolutely insanely impossible. Mic dropped. And if Shannon wasn't sweating before, the next post probably had him reaching for a towel. Hollywood shared a meme with the caption, don't push me, like he was daring someone to try him. It was obvious he was on the edge, ready to expose everything, but playing it cool just barely. Then came the post that really left fans shook. So much I want to say, but nah. And in the caption, I'll wait till the right time. That wasn't just shade, that was a straight-up warning shot. To top it all off, Hollywood dropped the coldest line yet. "I know how Shannon operates, and I wouldn't put it past him to plan something like this." And let's not forget that this is the same guy who once aired out NFL star Kerry Rhodes for allegedly hiding his truth. If anybody knows the playbook for this kind of cover-up, it's Hollywood.
You don't want people to know your business, then you just don't speak on it. Now, you're not going to make me look like a damn fool. I don't care who you are. I don't care how big of a star you are. You're not about to make me like a...
So when someone like Hollywood starts hinting that a celeb is living on the down low, you might want to pay attention because he's got a track record. But even with all the cryptic posts and subtle jabs, Hollywood never fully spilled the tea on Shannon, and fans are convinced there's a reason why. Word on the street is Shannon shut him down. See, even after cutting ties, Shannon reportedly kept tabs on Hollywood, real close. He knew Russell had receipts and was scared of what might leak. When the public smear campaign didn't kill the rumors, Shannon allegedly switched tactics and started playing power moves behind the scenes. Here's where it gets shady. Bravo had apparently reached out to Hollywood with an offer to join a reality TV series, a big break that could have blown the lid off everything. But according to reports from Media Takeout, Hollywood's team told Tasha K that Shannon blocked the deal. Yep, blocked it.
But according to Hollywood's team, his ex-stylist, he's been asked to do Love and Hip Hop, I believe.
Just like that, the opportunity vanished. No camera time, no platform, nothing. And just like that, Hollywood got sidelined again. After Shannon had already discredited him in public, this move felt like the final blow. A total career hit. Some fans think that's why Hollywood backed off from telling the full story. Not because he didn't want to, but because he couldn't. He knew speaking out might burn what little was left of his career. And Shannon, he might have played it smart, but dirty. Still, no matter how hard you try to silence someone, the truth has a way of slipping through. And this time, it might just be louder than ever. Now, this right here might be Shannon's biggest scandal yet. He's facing serious accusations involving a woman, and the heat was so intense, he had to pack it up and step away from ESPN. The former NFL tight end dropped a statement saying, "At this juncture, I am electing to step aside temporarily from my ESPN duties. I will be devoting this time to my family and responding and dealing with these false and disruptive allegations set against me. I plan to return to ESPN at the start of the NFL preseason." But the way this lawsuit is unfolding, that comeback might be a long shot. Shannon's legal team tried to fight back by releasing text messages between him and the alleged victim, some of them very explicit. In one of the texts, the woman, identified as Jane Doe, reportedly said, "I want you to put a dog collar around my neck and tie me up and do bad things to me." But here's the twist. According to Jane Doe's lawyer, Tony Busby, those messages don't tell the full story. He made it very clear. Every text that Mr. Sharpe's counsel released today, purportedly from Jane Doe, are dated prior to the alleged brutal assault set forth in Jane Doe's case. He claimed the messages were a PR stunt meant to shift the narrative and distract the public, and said flat out, "It won't work." In the lawsuit, Jane Doe alleges that Shannon didn't just hurt her emotionally. She says he tried to control her, manipulate her, and that he even threatened to choke and slap her. The two reportedly met at a Los Angeles gym back in 2023, and things started off consensual. But according to her, that changed fast. Jane says once she got closer to Shannon, she began to see another side. A darker, more aggressive version of him that allegedly crossed serious lines. Things got even darker after more details surfaced. Jane Doe claims that Shannon recorded their intimate encounters without her consent and even shared them with other people. And if that wasn't disturbing enough, she says there were 2 violent incidents, one in October 2024 and another in January 2025. Despite these serious accusations, Shannon's legal team is standing firm. His attorney, Lanny J. Davis, is calling the whole situation a misrepresentation. According to him, the evidence shows this was a fully consensual relationship, complete with role play, fantasy talk, and language that she allegedly initiated. Still, with a $50 million net worth and a carefully built public image at risk, Shannon is doing everything he can to take back control of the story. He's gone full force into defense mode, and to prove his side, he released a personal video statement online.
transparent, and defend myself because this is right.
Today, the former NFL star turned podcaster posting this video statement in response to a Nevada civil lawsuit filed by a woman who says her consensual relationship with Sharpe eventually led to multiple assaults. The lawsuit also accuses Sharpe of secretly recording their sexual encounters without her consent. The plaintiff, listed as Jane Doe, is represented by attorney Tony Busby, who has represented accusers in several high-profile sexual assault cases, and who Sharpe called out by name.
Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself.
Also new today, Jane Doe's attorney releasing an audio clip alleging it shows Sharpe threatening the plaintiff.
I'm not going to hang up on you. Here's what it is.
The plaintiff says, "Don't manipulate me." Then Sharpe allegedly responds,
Oh, Lord have mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm going to choke the shit out of you.
But here's the thing. That video didn't do him any favors. A lot of fans saw it as the typical damage control move, one that high-profile men always drop when things get ugly. The tone, the timing, the messaging, it all felt too familiar. And that's exactly why public support for Shannon has gone ice cold. People aren't rushing to defend him, not this time, not with this much smoke in the air. And just when you thought things couldn't spiral any further, another twist dropped that had everyone doing a double take. According to insiders, someone close to the situation is leaking that there's even more evidence out there, and it's just waiting to surface. Rumors are flying that Jane Doe's legal team is holding onto audio files, screenshots, and location data that could back up her story in a major way.
I don't know. Anything I say, you're just gonna like get mad at, and you're just gonna hang up on me. So I feel like
I'm not going to hang up on you. Here's what it is.
what does that even mean?
Nothing, Gabby. You want to be a dick to me now, so.
I don't want to be. Don't manipulate me.
Oh, Lord have mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm I see you.
I don't.
You know what?
Well, I don't want to be choked.
Yes, you do. I don't think you have a choice.
And if that's true, Shannon might be looking at a whole new level of trouble. Folks online are already speculating what else is being kept under wraps. Behind the scenes, sources say Shannon's team is scrambling. He's reportedly been cutting ties with certain industry contacts, doing quiet damage control, and even limiting his public appearances. Normally, Shannon's loud and proud, but now he's keeping a low profile. Meanwhile, Hollywood hasn't said much more, but fans are keeping tabs on his every move, just in case he decides to finally spill what he's been holding in. And if he talks, that could crack the entire situation wide open. It's like the dominoes are lined up, and one wrong move could bring it all crashing down. And let's be real, the internet's not letting this go. With every new headline, the court of public opinion gets louder, and people are demanding answers. Is Shannon really the victim of false claims, or is this just the tip of an ugly truth? One thing's for sure, if there's more tea brewing behind the scenes, it won't stay hidden for long. Between everything Hollywood hinted at and the serious allegations from Jane Doe, people are starting to connect the dots. And the picture they're seeing of Shannon Sharpe, it's not a flattering one. From courtroom drama to IG leaks, shady firings, and backdoor moves in the industry, it's all stacking up. And now fans are left wondering, was Shannon trying to silence his former stylist to protect his image? And with Hollywood still holding back, is Shannon planning to come for him next? The layers to this mess just keep unfolding, and the public isn't looking away anytime soon. So what do you think? Is this all one big misunderstanding that spun out of control? Or is Shannon really hiding something and pulling strings to keep it buried? Drop your thoughts down in the comments. We're reading them all. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss the next wild twist. Because in stories like this, the tea never stays cold for long. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.